Happy Friday, everybody. Wow, what a full week. Oh my gosh. I'm just on a walk. Dropped my son off at school. And now Mama's heading to go get her eyebrows plucked and tinted and some unnecessary hairs removed. But I wanted to just come on. If you're not dabbling or hearing the word on the street in my stories, then you have not heard that there is an actual sellout of the Trader Joe's gummy candies at the Ballard location. Now, word on the street is that Shoreline, Issaquah, and Queen Anne stores do have them. So run, do not walk, run to your nearest Trader Joe's, not the Ballard one, but the other ones, and get your stock, because inventory is selling out and we're not even in February yet. So this is unheard of. People who know, and they probably have like 15 bags stashed in their cupboard somewhere to get them by to the next year. Second, I wanted to share that I recently put out the first podcast episode that we've done in about 7 months. How does one share the journey that they've just gone on? The very hard, painful journey full of grief and struggle and pain, but also immense bits of joy and discovery and observation and excavation of self. There's no way to do that in a short podcast episode. So I shared what I thought was necessary, and also I shared what was just truly, really on my heart at the time. Often don't script things like that. I find it takes away from the realness of what is happening in the moment and what I really feel my heart calling me to share. And so I shared some actuals of what happened and some of the scary parts of the journey, and I shared maybe some framework of which we're going to be talking going forward, and what a lot of the experiences will be framed around, what the conversations going forward will be framed around, and also just what I've learned about myself. Still learning. Lots of things having to be unlearned and relearned, and things about beauty and self-esteem and body esteem and feeling comfortable to take time to grieve, giving myself the time to grieve, and a lot of different things. So the episode is out. You can listen to it on pretty much wherever you find podcasts, Apple, Spotify, yada yada. But thank you. If you give it a listen, thank you. It's very honest, and believe it or not, there was a lot that went into that one little episode, because I lost some audio files in between, and they're living out there in the mystic somewhere, who knows. But I had to re-record some bits, and when you've shared in authenticity, you can't duplicate that. So I re-recorded, and new things came out, which was kind of an interesting scenario because I felt like whatever I shared was meant to be, and it was meant for only me, maybe. And it was probably the best therapy that I needed. Sometimes you just need to say the things to flush out the things, or to hear the things. And that's probably what that was. So anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this whole experience. Those of you who have walked the journey with me, either through, being part of our community, listening in, whether you're local to Seattle or not, you're checking in on me from whatever state you are. It's been such an encouragement, and I've even gotten to sit with some of you who have traveled to me. We've, done lunch, and so many people have people who are local have, dropped things on my doorstep, come and been so helpful, and even had in-person conversations where you've been able to hear the more of the details of things, and I'm so grateful for that. So I'll leave you with this. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being a part. I look forward to just walking through the next year. I'm talking about some really good things with a lot of amazing people. January has been full of connecting with people, hearing their stories, and just knowing that I'm supposed to do something with you. I know it. I know I'm supposed to share your story, and I know I want you to be a part of this experience that we're doing. So we are getting very close to unveiling some of our experiences going forward for the next couple months, and some of our upcoming podcast episodes. And I'm really excited to share it with you, and share some of and maybe sit down at a table with you and meet you and get to know you a little bit better. So anyways, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.